Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about updates from the Singapore Grand Prix. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. So the Singapore Grand Prix was won by George Russell, and he did deserve it. You know, he got pole position, he led off the line and was very fast throughout the Grand Prix. He was helped out by Max Verstappen. Verstappen seemed to be having issues in his car and he was holding up Lando Norris behind him in P3. They were having a good battle, but while they were doing that, it allowed Russell to pull away, and as I say, he won the Grand Prix. And it's not been his favourite circuit, has Singapore. He's not gone well here throughout his years in Formula 1, so nice to see Russell win the Singapore Grand Prix. And it was also a good result for Verstappen, with him finishing ahead of the two McLaren drivers. In September, he's brought himself in with a chance of winning this Drivers' Championship by taking 2 wins in a row. And yet in Singapore, he's finished ahead of both McLaren drivers again, with Norris finishing in P3 and Oscar Piastri in P4. But with Norris finishing on the podium, McLaren are Constructors' Champions in 2025, and they do deserve it. They've built the best car this year and they are worthy Constructors' Champions in 2025. But there was a moment between the two McLaren drivers at the start of the race. Basically, Norris got a brilliant start from P5 and was quickly alongside Piastri going into turn 3. But as he drew alongside Piastri into turn 3, he made slight contact with Verstappen ahead, which pitched him into Piastri, and then Norris got ahead of Piastri, and the stewards looked at the incident but opted to take no further action. Now, as we know, McLaren have been all about fairness between its two drivers in 2025, and following the incident, the team conducted its own review but opted not to intervene. And Piastri, well, he was not happy over the team radio. Basically, Tom Stallard, Piastri's race engineer, said, "As a team, we see Lando had to avoid Verstappen, so he won't take any action during the race. We can review afterwards." And Piastri replied, "Mate, that's not fair, that's not fair," before going on to say, if he has to avoid another car by crashing into his teammate, then that's a pretty bad job of avoiding. Now, I can understand Piastri's frustrations. You know, he's just been barged out the way by his teammate, and then you've got incidents like Monza recently where Piastri had to give a position back to Lando. It wasn't anything to do with racing, it was to do with pit stop issues, but still he had to give a position back to Lando. And speaking about it after the Grand Prix, Piastri told Sky Sports F1, "Obviously a difficult race, a difficult first lap. I've not seen the replay, I just know from in car, so I'll go and have a look. It's obviously a great night for the whole team. Obviously not the race I was looking for, but for the whole team. Tonight is a culmination of a lot of hard work from not just this year, but lots of years. It's a really proud moment for me to be a part of that, and a proud moment for the whole team. I don't think there was any intention of contact, but there was, and I need to look at the replay and see exactly what happened." And giving his view on it, Norris said, "It was slippery, it was still wet in a lot of places, but it's racing. I put it on the inside, had a small correction, but nothing more than that. It was good racing." But let's move on to Lewis Hamilton, and he's been summoned to the stewards following the Grand Prix. He was having an okay Grand Prix. It wasn't the most exciting for him, but things did start to heat up towards the end of the Grand Prix. He went on to soft tyres because he had a free pit stop, and he was so fast on those soft tyres, got past his teammate Charles Leclerc and had a go at Kimi Antonelli in the Mercedes. But he was hit with a brake issue in the final laps, and that forced Hamilton to dramatically reduce his pace in order to just bring the car home across the finish line. And as a result, Hamilton slipped back to 7th place and even lost 45 seconds to Fernando Alonso on the last lap, but narrowly managed to stay ahead. But Hamilton does have to visit the stewards following the Grand Prix, with them taking issue with track limits. And Sky F1 say this is for seemingly going off the track several times, as he couldn't keep it on with his brakes having gone. And while following the investigation, Hamilton was handed a post 5-second time penalty, demoting Hamilton to 8th and promoting Alonso to 7th, and in their verdict the steward said, "During the hearing the driver confirmed that he left the track at several occasions. He was trying to manage a brakes issue situation. This being said, after further investigation and in accordance with the list of exemptions foreseen in the driving standards guidelines, the stewards considered that this was not a justifiable reason and applied the usual penalty for such type of infringement. This was not contested by the team representative nor the driver." Now, it is what it is with the ruling. Personally, I don't think it's very fair. You know, he was managing a brake issue, so I feel it would be more difficult to keep it on the track. But the decision has been made. Hamilton's been given the time penalty, and as I say, he now falls to 8th place behind Alonso. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.